Hello, good morning. Uh, Sub Sizabibes? Hello. How are you doing today? Sorry if I butchered your username. And happy Wednesday. All right. We've got our screen. It's showing all the stuff. Voice is supposedly going out. It's looking good. Okay. All right. So today it's back to reality time. We're going to be continuing on with the data table with Yew. Let's go ahead and load all of these things up. So we have the component for the data table down here in tables. And so we can sort of see what we've got. So last time that we were working on this, we had gotten our search up and running. So that's this is what that looks like. So we can search for uppercase, we can search for the numbers. Basically, as long as it's something that can be turned into a string, it can probably be put on a web page, and in that case, we could then compare them together and search for it. So, which is perfect. All right, and then we can also cancel the search, which is great too. So the next thing we were looking into, and this is we weren't all that successful. I want the ability to have like a column of like maybe a checkbox next to it. That seems like pretty important to be able to like mark it whether or not it's going to be a what is it called? I want to be able to mark that this is the a preview or not. Now, we tried a couple ways to do this. We had a new idea that maybe came out from the playing with Leptos yesterday. The way that they passed in functions, we might be able to get away with that because I believe we can maybe use a generic and say like, hey, it's this generic function, or it's like this maybe it's this specific function. Maybe we can play around with that. So that's what I want to try out today. So we're going to go to table, and I want to see if I can take in a function. So we tried this before, I think, and it didn't work, but we have two options. We have the box we can try, and we can have just the straight up function. So if I do something like a slot, like a table slot, and I make this like just a function that doesn't take anything and it doesn't return anything. So if I do something like that, are you gonna yell at me? You are. Oh, because it must contain the dyn keyword. Okay, so then it must be boxed up. But can I do this as a generic? So if we have like a slot, and then I need it to be the static, right? Xanax, hello. How are you doing today? So then you're happy here. So I wonder if we can get away with that. Ooh, but no. Okay. Can't compare slot with slot. Oh, right, because it's the partial equal. I forgot about the partial equal problem. Because you can't compare it, but maybe... Can a box have partial equal? So I can't do that. Can I do pub slot is going to be a box. So what if we just do this as an option box a dyn fn, something like that. Cannot be applied to that, but I might be able to get away. So if I do impl partial equal for box, can I do box that has like a function like that? Implement missing members. Only traits defined in the current crate can be implemented for types defined outside of the crate. Oh, it'd have to be my own trait. And unfortunately, define and implement a trait or a new type instead. That's the problem. That's where we keep on running into this problem. Okay, so we can't easily do that. So given that, I'm thinking a checkbox for each value. So if we have Kukma, hello. Sleptos was just a Halloween joke. It wasn't a joke. It was more of, hey, let's actually like explore it. But I can't just like rewrite everything in Leptos right now. I don't have time for that right now. I do want to write something in Leptos for real, but I do have to focus on like the business side a little bit, at least a little bit. So let's see. Checkbox. Okay, so if I want, so I want like maybe a checkbox for each thing. Now I could have this as like, if I want the checkbox, I just listen for it. Because that might, so on check. So if I do on check is an option callback with a, it's gonna have to be the value. It's gonna have to be this attribute value, isn't it? So I know which one was checked. Okay, so if I do that, so on check that, then we can check here. So first of all, we'll need a callback for on the click, but I guess we'll start with adding in, maybe just manually implement partial equal. How can I manually implement partial equal for a function? Or am I just like not able to see the I can't like see the thing, like it's evading me, or I'm not looking at the right side, the right direction at it. Also, hello Andrew. How are you doing today? I can't implement partial equal for a foreign type. So I try to like box it up and add partial equal to like a box or something like that. Token stream comparison. Ooh, maybe if I create a struct that has a method that takes in a callback, but I don't feel that's going to work out either. It's almost as if I would rather do like a channel type thing, but I feel like I'm moving away from like proper front end architecture at that point in time, and I'm making it too tightly coupled with each other. Oh, wait. What if I do a slot and it's just HTML children? Ooh, hold on. That might work. So what if I do like a pub, we do a slot, and like this would be like a row slot, right? Or this would be a row slot? And we do, this is just children, right? So we don't know what it is. It's just something. And so for each of these rows, we have a table row. We do this. And now I also want to, can I do multiple things? Oh no, that thing returns something. So I need another block here. And I want to render why do you need partial equal for it? Anything that goes into properties must have partial equal. That's just an unfortunate truth. I don't know why that's marking as yellow there. Oh, okay. So now you're upset because row slot children. So now if I make, that's why. Prop or default. Now, do you have access to... What I would really like to do is make sure that you have like the value map in here, but I don't think that it's going to. I don't think I'm going to have access to this, do I? And this is where that function is really nice, like some official way of doing this, where I could say, hey, for each of these, I want to pass in what the item is and then get it here. And without like an actual slot system for this, it's gonna be really hard to do that. So what are my choices here? Well, I guess like right now, if I let's just try this, right? So if we play around with this, we're gonna come back to in the pages tables. So we have a row slot that we're gonna add in to the, oh, it wouldn't be here. It would be in the data table. Drago, welcome, 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 Drago. Thank you for the raid. How are you doing today? How's your stream? Are you doing good? Excellent. Uh-oh, there's a but. You meet a lot of strange people. I mean, on stream or just like recently? For example, let's say you have rated me. They would think I do for stealing viewer from you. Really? Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry. It's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit cautious about raiding people that I don't follow or that I haven't like seen other people raid them. Because I have seen people react badly to raids. And that sucks. So I'm sorry about that. I don't think you're trying to steal viewers from me. I think that there needs to be more more of us streaming and rating each other and doing that kind of thing. Like that'd be amazing and great. We need to prop each other up. So thank you again for the raid. It's awesome to have you here. And also, you're working on Java stuff, right? How's that been? Let's see. Row slot equals. Oh, you're learning lists now. If I remember correctly, with Java lists, they're all typed. Uh, Everything is stored in order in memory. So it's pretty much just like a standard array type thing, right? Or am I thinking, or is it more of like a smart array? Oh, there's a okay, so there's a list, there's an array list, and a linked array. Interesting. Okay, so there's a bunch of different things. Nice. Yeah, this is gonna be difficult for me to throw in there with a unique ID, isn't it? Because I don't know which one it is. And I would like for it to have access to the thing. So if I just say one, that's obviously going to be, I think I need a name. This is not going to work out very well. Um, oh, Sasapi Best, you redeemed Pet the Cat. Yeah, Zilby is a lovely creature. Zilby, hi. All right. I think Zilby enjoys it. I hope he enjoys it. So thank you, Zabby Best. I hope Zilby thanks you too, in his own way. Okay, so if I save you, you're still unhappy. Why? Oh, value. Right, so these are all reasons why I need to have access to the thing that I'm looping through, which is unfortunate. And so if I take table, and I now do and I put the row slot in there, technically this works. And now we see this checkbox for every single item here. And that's great. I could even wrap this around TDs, right? This table. Yeah, I would need to TD this too, so. All right. So that looks good there. I could give it a checkbox up here. So we could say that if, oh, I don't have to do that. Crazy Frog. Hello. Yes, I can read that. I finally set up the Restream bot. So I can see your Twitch chat. Although I do have the YouTube video up down here. So if I look down here like that, I'm looking at the YouTube thing. Twitch chat is over here. Discord chat is over there. So I can see the previews to all the things. But yeah, I can actually see your chats like about half a second later in Restream. From Restream in Twitch. So that seems to work just fine. So anyways, hello. How are you doing today? So I want to do a if. So, okay, I want to map this for the option, right? So we're going to do a props dot row slot. We have to clone you for reasons. We can, oh wait, can I, maybe I don't have to clone you. Maybe I can map you. Map you, we get the thing out, which is going to be the, we'll just call it the slot. I want to turn HTML here. And here we're going to turn in another TH. Sure, we'll scope it to column. And then I won't have anything in here. I just want that taking up space. And then we need to collect you into a vec of HTML. Is not an iterator. Okay, so a row slot, that's an option. It is an option, right? Props at row slot. Oh, it's just children. Oh, because it's proper default. Let's change this to be an option. Okay, option. Right, you're not a vec. What was I thinking? You're an option HTML. Do I need to do this? Maybe I don't need to collect in a map. Maybe that just works. Okay, so props row slot. So this is again, we need to do this as props row slot. We're gonna map you. We're gonna get the slot out, and I want to return. Can I just return the slot? That seems not right, but okay. Let's see. Riard, hello, how are you doing today? Nice, try to learn coding. You start to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript after finishing the CSS, and try to get some profit after 5 to 6 months. Nice. Do you have any like ideas of what you're gonna try to like, how you're gonna try to make profit? It can be difficult to like be able to like make any money off of something unless you have like an actual like product or service or something like that in mind, like specific. Something that people want. Let's see, I'm doing a slot. Oh, I want a slot where we're gonna create HTML. Like that. That doesn't implement display. Why not? You should be, this should be a children, right? So slot should, oh wait, do I have to do it again? Like that? Huh, does not implement display. So you're an option with children in it. Normally, like for children, I can just throw this in here. So like if I try this again, so if we do props dot row slot, so if I just do that, you're upset because it can't build the node from an option. Now if I, nope, not that. If I want to, if I unwrap you, it's moved, okay. Oh, it's moved to this. That's our problem. Oh, that was the entire problem. That was the problem the entire time. So I need to, I guess we'll just clone you. And now, can I do the map? I don't know if that works. No, because, okay, so now can I do HTML? Why did I do map there? Doesn't implement display. Okay, no. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah. So after JavaScript, you're going to learn React framework and try to see to get a job in a remote system, or to work in your country if you can get a nice job. Yeah, that can definitely work. Like if you get your skills up and you can get yourself a job, the first job is always the hardest. Because you have to like there's a lot of competition in that space, and like you don't have very much to like sort of, you don't have work history to be able to like prove yourself. So that part is the hardest one. Once you have a job, it's a little bit easier. Like it still remains hard for the rest of our lives, but at least it's it becomes easier to find any job, if that makes sense. Every time I try Haskell and ask for help. I feel overwhelming imposter syndrome. Also, hello, Tea Kettle Drone. I have not tried Haskell. Maybe sometime we can try it then. But yeah, I don't. What would you is there anybody in here in the community that could answer questions about Haskell? I can't, unfortunately. I've never used it. You'd love to see me play with Haskell someday, maybe someday. I can here. I'll add it to my to-do list. It'll probably go into my someday maybe, but at least it'll be in somewhere. And I certainly wouldn't be opposed to doing more courage times. I think that could have a lot of value. So we could do a courage time for Haskell. No, you don't have a specific question. Just been doing a few things and talking in a functional programming Discord. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. You work for any company or work for yourself? I work for, yes. I think yes, the inclusive yes is the answer. So I am working part-time for a company that I used to be working full-time for. And so I that's the reason why my streams are split in the middle. So like I can do a little bit of streaming in the morning for myself over here. And then I go to work for them for 25 hours a week. So it's usually around 5 hours a day. And then take a little bit of break, like a short break, and then do the second stream here. So in a way, I am almost 50-50. I think it's something like 55-45%. I haven't done the exact math calculation between for myself and for the day job. Primero, hello, good morning. How are you doing today? You go into chat and see people talking about this, like, ... So instance, traversable map, okay, well, traverse, okay, so, oh, right, is Haskell symbol heavy? Haskell is symbol heavy, right? Where, like, it's a lot less wordy and more, like, specific thing. I know none of the chats, like YouTube chat, Twitch chat, none of them can do formatting properly. Okay, it's very dense and quite a few symbols. That's the reason. So it sounds like you're still fairly low on the learning triangle for Haskell, but if like you'll get there, and then you'll be able to write dense, symbol heavy, like code snippets and confuse everybody else. So it'll come. It's just practice, and then it's been a while since I've mentioned ZPD on stream. If you're having trouble with like those type of code snippets or like asking for help, it might be because it's above your ZPD. And ZPD is something called zone of proximal development. So if you imagine, create another one, something like that. Everything inside of here is the ZPD. So zone of proximal development. Can I like rotate this? No, I can't rotate that. So that goes inside of here. And then underneath here is boredom. And above here is where you might be feeling now, drowning. And so you notice that this is angled upwards, because as we learn and get better, this becomes both bigger, so wider, and also like higher as in level. So like the higher up we are in this graph, the more we can do, the more we understand, and also the more we we're like sort of learning, because there's more things for us to do. So if you're like just completely overwhelmed, that's generally an indication that you're in a drowning area. And so it's like, okay, that's too advanced for me right now, whatever that is. Just like drop down into zone of proximal development, which is still very uncomfortable. But you want to take it from like, I can't do this, to, ooh, I can do this, but it's really hard. Once you're in there, just like, if you sit in here your entire life, you will get amazingly good at whatever you want to be really quickly. We just want to minimize the amount of time, because in drowning, you're not learning, and in boredom, you're not learning. And here we're improving. Here's your favorite functional programming book. Cool. Functional Programming Simplified. Nice. Start there if you're really interested in learning it. The struggle while learning is important. Absolutely. This is super, super, super important. Now, why can't I put like an option of a children? Does it not let me do that? Luke, hello. How are you doing today? Any advice of feeling stuck in the boring section? I guess it depends upon why. Why do you know why you're stuck in the boring section? Because like your specific circumstance will probably change the answer. You're stuck in a niche part of dev, highly paid but boring work. Yeah, I've heard that a lot from there's a lot of people that run into that. And so if you're stuck in a day job that, especially like highly paid but boring work, that's the most dangerous, right? Because like it's really hard to leave a high paying dev job, but you're also bored, which means you're not learning anything, and you're now in like a super dangerous state, right? Because if enough time passes, then you'll end up having the industry pass you by, and then you'll find that when the next time you have to go find a job because layoffs or something else happens, you won't be able to because you have to learn all these new things, and you'll be out of practice, right? So the unfortunate truth is side projects. That's the only, like, if your job won't provide you learning opportunities, side project is the only way to do that. So the next question is, do you have time for a side project in your life? You might be able to like try to fit it in as part of something else you're doing, like maybe part of a hobby or something else. But unfortunately, that's the only real answer if your day job doesn't help with it. Does the book go beyond monads? You're comfortable with foldables, functors, monads? That's one of the things, is like I probably know more about functional programming than I think that I do. I've always sort of stayed at the surface level, but like I don't know the terminology very well. It's like that's something that might be good for me to learn, but I'm also like so busy with other stuff right now that I don't really feel the need to learn that yet, but maybe someday. If you have a niche job, you have more sway than you think. Hiring a new person will be difficult, so just ask your manager for some time each week to work on something you want to work on. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Like, talk to your manager. The obvious caveat to this is, do you have a good relationship with your manager? And if not, maybe that's the first thing to work on, is like, get yourself some what is it called? One-on-one times with your manager. Just talk about random stuff, get like a more positive relationship going, if possible. And then you can just bring up and say like, hey, I'm afraid I'm sort of like feeling more bored. Is there like, I'm really good at this, but I'm bored at it. Is there some way for me to like add in something else? All right, so I can do this, but the problem here is that I won't know which one this is for, right? At least I don't think I will. Let's see what I can get. Now, if I come to this slot here, wait, was it this one? No. If I come to our slot here, and I want to do like a let slot unchecked. I guess we'll start with just a glue we'll do a log and just say checkbox checked. Do we have something like unchecked? It's not unchecked. Oh, there, it's just checked. No, wait, no, I don't think it's unchecked. Oh, we don't have a checked. Okay, so I don't have like an unchecked type thing on it. I would have to add this in here. So like pub unchecked is a callback with a Boolean of whether or not it's checked. I don't know what this would be. I can do something like that, but I would want the actual event, wouldn't I? It's gonna be tough. So then we can do let unchecked. So we'll start with that, and then also I want to log out the event just to see what that is. And then we'll do an unchecked. Interprop value option iString is not satisfied. Is it not unchecked? I wonder if there's not an input event for unchecked. There's like on input and on change and on a bunch of things. Let's see, let's go to use documentation and see if we can find it there. Oh yeah, there's no on checked. There's on click. So I could do on click, which I think also kind of sort of includes on touch, but maybe not exactly the same. On input maybe works too, because it is an input event. So let's change this to something like that. So okay, that's there. Why do you prefer cloning unchecked instead of a ref? I'm still getting used to the ownership bothering me. The main reason here is because in the web, a lot of things need to be owned, unfortunately. So I need to, like, that's why I need to just clone everything around here. It's not super fun and great, but like running things in a browser is a little bit different than everywhere else. I know it's not the best. Okay, so so I see that you're checked and I see this input here. Now, the question is, can I get this? Like, I need to somehow figure out what you are. Can I do property type stuff? So like in the table, could I actually change this around? So like instead of this, could I do something like oh, I probably can't do something like that because I can't like do like props dot in here as a tag. It would need to be the actual thing. That's why I use that's why I do this. Now I could map this and then do HTML and then call that and then maybe, possibly, perhaps have some kind of property passed in. Would that work? Like not just passing in HTML, what if I pass in a full component? Is that, would I even be able to do that? It's like here, I'm just creating like an HTML. So it's just a little bit of HTML that I'm throwing in there. If I wanted to make a full component down here, and so this would be like an internal component. Let's say you're not gonna like that. What should I call you? Like BB BB table slot, row slot. Nope. What am I thinking? You go in here. So then I still need props. So pub. I would want like a pub. What would this would be like the ID, right? It's like the ID is going to be an attribute value. Uh-oh, not getting any help. That's not a good sign. Oh, because I forgot the struct. That's kind of important. Okay, so if I just do this, then you are what I'm taking out of here. Okay, and then instead of row slot like that, I am passing in, so instead of row slot, you're now going to be the BB table row slot. Expected value, right. Your HTML. Like that. The trait bound, assert all props has prop. Oh, you're upset. Because you don't know what that is. So now you need to be slot on checked. You're down here. Zilby is sleepy, or yeah, Zilby is a little bit sleepy. Oh yeah, absolutely. He loves sort of hanging around here. Also, hello DG, how are you doing today? Okay, so that solves you. The trait bound, assert all props. So ID, root table slot. Oh yeah, ID. Well that's a problem. So we need the ID here, but we don't know the ID here. So hold on, let's get rid of you. And we want the ID coming in here. This is what we really want. We don't know what you are yet. So you're gonna yell at us for a little while. But okay, we're compiling again. And Quetil, hello. How are you doing today? Also, Yuboya, hello. How are you doing? Hey, can everyone share nvid config for Python? Ooh, I don't have one. So I don't have one. Maybe someone in the community has one. We've been using Helix here a lot. So, but I still don't have Helix set up for Python either. So still not helpful. All right, so now right here, we still get that. We get our input that this is printed out. Now the question is, can I somehow in the table here, can I somehow get access to this value map and pass it in? So I'm not just putting out the slot, but I'm passing something into the slot, essentially, like a property into a children. That would be really nice. Nested children with props. So nested component properties can be accessed and mutated if the containing component types as children. Oh, so the containing component has to type the children. In the following example, the list component can wrap list item components for real world. Check out the Yew. Okay. Oh, so Yew router does that. So list item props. Okay, so here. So you take in the list item props there, and you're just a very simple thing. Your children are children with props list item, which is this list item. Oh, wait. Is this... How long can we have done this? Did I learn it in like in 19 we didn't have to do this, and in 20 it changed and I just didn't notice it? Oh, that's a good... I should probably just start using this pattern now. Props, okay, so HTML, so we do that. We take in a value of props, which is from you. So you come in, then... So children, so props at children, we iter map, we take the item. Oh, so wait, RC make mute item.props. So we extract it out from, oh, interesting. Is there a generic? I wonder if I can do generic props then. So to get the props out, I have to do this RC make mute and then pass it in the item. So children here is children with props, which is just like list item. Okay. And now you can pass in value A, which then goes into the thing, which that's kind of what I want to do. That's definitely what I want to do. So now how do I know what type to do for this? I want so I have a couple choices here, right? I could define what they are here. That doesn't seem great. This would be in the component for table. And then in data table, we have this child. So we have the slot. We don't know what you are. All we know is that we want to pass in something like a checkbox here. And that, oh, okay, so like your props, instead of props like this, the props would be, wait, how does, okay, so we have list item, and then you're just calling it here with that. Can I find children in here? No. So really, can I search for children with props? I think that's what it was. So that's where they set up what it is. So docs. Oh, there's no I don't know how to, is it like slash example? Examples? No? Okay, so that's not what I want. So more docs, version 19, that's not what we want. So basically, I need HTML with the tags that I can pass in at the parent level. And I can do that. Well, wait a second. So I have, if I have the, well, am I thinking about this backwards? So I have the titles and I have the values. Do I also need to do like the row slots and create one for every single one of these? So that becomes like a search value state. In which case I could create a little bit of HTML to go in here for each of these. And in that case, I don't need a slot type thing. All I would need is another vector of children, a vector of children, which I think would work. So if I say, this is going to be searched, values checkboxes. So we're going to do search value state. I want to get access to the contents, which is going to be that vec of hash maps. Now, if I try to just go straight to getting like an iter of it, I think that gives me an iter of the interior thing, because I don't think you can iter the state itself. Then we can map. I think we're going to get the key and value, right? I want to collect this into a vec of HTML. Now search value state. Okay, so you have our data values, and data values is the data values inside of here, which we can see is data values is just a vec of bb data table row. So I believe these are just going to be attribute values coming in here. I wonder if I have to tell you what those are. Okay, so if I just do something simple, like we're gonna do an HTML, let's just do a simple input box. Input type equals checkbox, and we just do that. Mismatch types, expected struct. Oh, it's a hash map. I get the full hash map here. Oh. Ooh. So you're the full all of the value. Well, you're the rows. So we get all the rows. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Then I want to so for okay, we'll just go with this right now, right? So for each row, I want to get a single checkbox. That's fine, right? This might work. I'm having an inkling this is getting us closer, I think. So now we have the search values checkboxes. Can I put you in here? So row slot is now the search values checkboxes. The trait bound option. Oh, because there's now a vec of node. Hold on. Yeah, we need to go and fix that. So row this is more like row slots. You're an option, so you're an option with a vec and children. Slots. The trait bound, you need, oh, because like now it's concerned about that because I don't know how to create the options. Let's get rid of the option and make you now I can just check to see if it's empty, and an empty vector doesn't really do any, like take any extra anything, so this is fine. So this is a, we can do an if here, or yeah, we need to do an if here. So it's going to be an if props that row slots dot length is greater than 0. We're going to return you. But you're, because what if I don't have anything? So you need to be a sum. Otherwise, we're going to return a none. Okay. So then you're upset because you need to be a vec of child t. So I want you to be a vec of HTML, which would essentially be, I guess it's not children then. Can I say like a vec of vnode? It's not satisfied. Oh, I wonder if it's because, no, it shouldn't be because of the potential empty vector. Because like an empty vector would just wouldn't do anything, right? It's just a bunch of nuns. I would prefer not to have to make everything inside of it be an option. That would be nice. Do I need to, okay, so as long as it's a vec of, if it's a vec of HTML that can properly be displayed. I wonder if this has to be like, can I just do vnode? Yes. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I'm now getting 3 checkboxes per row. So that's not what I wanted. But we're getting closer. We're definitely getting closer. So now I don't have anything there. Okay, so I want to do the appropriate checkbox per one of these, don't I? Oh, isn't there like a zip that I could do? Like there's a zip that like combines 2 iterators together into a one that I can get in a tuple. Is that offset values? Yeah, values is a vector. So if there's 2 vectors and I know they're the same length. Zip. Zips up 2 iterators into a single iterator of pairs. Yes, that's what I want. So I want to do zip. The other iterator is going to be props dot row slots dot iter. And then you become, which one's first? 1, 2. Oh, wait, is it not that? Is it? 1, 2. Closure is expected to take a single 2 tuple as an argument. Okay, so it is like that. And so I want maybe the first one here first, so value map. And then the second one would be the slot. So then you are simply going to be the slot. You don't implement display. I want you to be the children. vnode. And you're the hash map. Okay, so I've got the order right. I mean, I don't have to like make you an HTML, right? Like slot. I don't think that works. It's telling me that it's not using slot, but it compiles. Is there a tag named slot? That didn't show up. Okay, so yeah, doesn't implement. Okay, so this doesn't implement display. Why? Wait. Is it a reference? Oh, it's a reference. I need to. Do I just need to slot clone this? That's all I need to do. Slot clone it. And there, okay, there we have that. Now, if I come back to data table, we're not using any of these. So if I want to do something like ID equals, let's actually just do, yeah, let's do ID equals, you're going to be, so it's rows for this one. Oh, but I just care about the, do I care about that? I want to get the IDs out of this. This is not rows, right? This is just like a singular row. Okay, so I have a singular row. We have the column and then the data, right? Uh-oh. That's our problem. I have a bunch of these, right? So it's column and data. So I have tag name is the ID, and then U is the data, or is the value. Number of courses is the ID, 10 is the value. But I want like this. I want something that references like what this entire thing is. Do I have that? Which that's going to have to be like an ID of the course itself. I'm really curious. So if I if I log row, let's not worry about the ID. So we have, yeah, so it's going to be like tag name is you. Number of courses is this. So what I need to do is I need to figure out how do I get the ID of whatever this is. Like I need some kind of ID. And for the entire row, that's what it is. I need some unique identifier for this entire row. Now I have, not in data table, and oh yeah, in data table. So in data table, we're taking in the title of data table, taking the level, we're taking an ID of the data table itself. Then we have the data. Data table data has titles and values. And that's just a hash map here of something. I wonder, I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to want to change this and like maybe I need more than just maybe I need like IDs or something. I bet that's what we're gonna have to do. I bet it's like, do we need IDs here for each row? And it could be like IDs of a vec of attribute value. Maybe, because if I did this, then I could just take in the data and then zip in the IDs and get access to those. That's probably what I need to do. But I think we're onto something. I think we're getting really close to figuring this out. So I mentioned before that I have to split my streams up into two parts, and that's because I have my day job in the middle of the day. So that's coming up pretty soon. So I'm gonna go and do that for a bit. But I'll be back at what is it? Today's Wednesday, so I'll be back at 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time to continue working on this project. And I think it should be good. So let's see. Do we have anything in? All right, I'll answer those things off on Discord. So yeah, I think we're good. So I'm just gonna leave this here as it is. I think I have an idea for what we can do to sort of move forward with this. I do also feel that Helix would have made everything here easier, but Helix and Yew aren't compatible. It's not like I can just compile Helix, no, Leptos inside of Yew and like have that work. No, that would just be a problem. So we're not doing that. Anyways, everybody have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you all next time. Bye.